From ancient times, humans have thought about something beyond this world. A world after death, a place where we go after life in this world ends. But what is this world after death like? What awaits us? There have been and are various beliefs about life after death. Theistic religions. In most theistic religions, such as Christianity and Islam, it is believed that after death, the soul of a human goes to another world. In this world, based on our deeds in this world, we are rewarded or punished. Heaven and hell are two examples of these rewards and punishments. Non-theistic religions. Interestingly, some non-theistic religions also believe in something after death. For example, Buddhism believes in reincarnation. This means that after death, our soul is reborn into another body. This cycle continues until we reach nirvana. Sadducees. An ancient Jewish sect called the Sadducees existed who, unlike other Jews, did not believe in life after death. But which belief is correct? This is a question that has occupied the minds of humans for centuries. There is no definitive answer to this question. Everyone believes in something after death based on their beliefs and convictions. But let's take a deeper look at this issue and explore it from the perspective of different religions and cultures. Ancient Egyptians believed in an afterlife where the soul of a person is divided into two parts, Ka and Ba. The Ka represented a spiritual double of the physical body, while the Ba encompassed the personality and memories of the individual. To reach the realm of the dead, each person's heart was weighed on a scale against the feather of Maat, the goddess of justice. If the heart was lighter than the feather of Maat, the individual would find their way to the afterlife. But if the heart was heavier, it meant being devoured by a creature named Amit. To ensure their survival in the afterlife, Egyptians mummified their bodies and buried them in elaborate tombs called mastabas, or stone coffins. A book called the Book of the Dead was also buried with the mummy. This book contained spells and incantations to assist the individual in navigating the afterlife and achieving eternal happiness. But the mysteries of this ancient civilization do not end here. In 2010, archaeologists discovered a red granite door adorned with inscriptions. This discovery led some to believe that this door was a gateway to the world of the dead and associated with one of the powerful courtiers, Queen Hatshepsut. In ancient Greek and Roman religions, Hades, the Greek god, ruled over the realm of the dead, where souls went after death. Hermes, the messenger of the gods, guided the path of the soul to the realm of the dead. The soul crossed the river Styx, the boundary between the world of the living and the dead. To cross the river, the soul had to give a coin to Charon, the ferryman. After crossing, the soul was judged by 3 judges, Aeacus, Rhadamanthus, and Minos. The fate of the soul falls into 3 categories. Elysium, eternal paradise for those who led a righteous life. Tartarus, hell for those who blasphemed against the gods or were wicked. Asphodel Meadows, a place for souls who were neither entirely virtuous nor entirely wicked. According to Zoroastrian beliefs, after we depart from this world, our soul, known as Arvan, remains on earth for 3 days. During these 3 days, interesting events unfold for the soul. Good souls, they gather around the deceased's head reciting the Gathas, portions of the sacred Avesta. Bad souls, they sit around the deceased's feet lamenting and reciting the Yasna, another part of the Avesta. But after 3 days, the souls embark on an eternal journey towards the kingdom of the dead. This kingdom is governed by Yima, the first king of the world. In this realm, souls live in the shadow of life and are dependent on the good and bad deeds they performed during their lifetime. Interestingly, according to this belief, our actions in this world not only affect ourselves, but also our souls after death. Human offspring must provide food and clothing to the souls of their parents, who reside in the world of the dead by performing specific ceremonies. However, the most significant part of the soul's journey from the Zoroastrian perspective is the crossing of the Chinwad Bridge. This bridge is the bridge of accountability and judgment for souls. Rashnu and Sraosha, 2 archangels close to God, await on both sides of the bridge. Rashnu holds the scale of justice, and the deeds, both good and bad, of each soul are weighed. The souls of the righteous cross the bridge and ascend to paradise, while the burden of the bridge narrows for sinful souls, causing them to plummet into the depths of hell. In Judaism, while the Hebrew scriptures seem to depict Sheol as the permanent abode of the dead, during the Second Temple period, around 500 BCE, a more varied set of ideas developed. In some texts, Sheol is seen as the abode of both the righteous and the wicked, divided into different sections. In others, it was considered a place of punishment reserved only for the wicked dead. When the Hebrew scriptures were translated into Greek in ancient Alexandria, around 200 BCE, the word Hades, the Greek underworld, replaced Sheol. This is reflected in the New Testament, where Hades is both the realm of the dead and the personification of it. The primary perspective of Christianity is based on the Nicene Creed, and English versions of the creed include the phrase, "We look for the resurrection of the dead and the life of the world to come." Jesus also stated that there would come a time when the dead would hear the voice of the Son of God, and all those who were in the graves would come out. Those who have heard his command and believe in the one who sent him to the resurrection of life. Catholicism teaches that after death, the soul is judged, and the righteous and sinless enter heaven, while those immersed in sin go to hell. In the 1990s, the Catholic Church defined hell not just as a punishment for sinners, but as the self-exclusion of sinners from God. Unlike other Christian groups, the Catholic Church teaches that those who die with virtue, but still have sins, go to a place called purgatory, where they undergo purification before entering heaven. The Eastern Orthodox Church deliberately refrains from giving a definitive statement about the afterlife, affirming especially those things that have not yet happened. Beyond the second coming of Jesus, bodily resurrection and final judgment, all emphasized in the Nicene Creed, Eastern Orthodoxy does not say much more about the subject. Unlike Western Christianity, Orthodoxy traditionally holds a non-dualistic view and does not teach the existence of two literal places, heaven and hell, but rather affirms that the place of one's ultimate destiny, heaven or hell, is metaphorical. Islamic belief in the afterlife is clear and detailed in the Quran. The Arabic words Jannah, paradise, and Jahannam, hell, are mentioned. Their level of comfort in the grave, according to some interpreters, is entirely dependent on their faith or belief in the Supreme Creator, God or Allah. To attain proper, firm, and sound faith, righteous deeds must be performed. Until the day of judgment, the souls of the dead remain in their graves, awaiting resurrection. However, they immediately sense a taste of their future destiny. Those who go to hell suffer in their graves, while those who enter paradise will remain in peace until then. It is important to note that the issue of life after death is still a matter of debate, and there is no definitive or conclusive approach or interpretation. Each individual and community can independently contemplate this issue and hold their own beliefs and perspectives regarding it.